Happy June, guys. Can you feel the summer through the screen right now between my pink beverage? This is my new favorite non-alcoholic beverage. Well, I have so many favorites, but like my favorite San Pellegrino specifically, let's just say, because I like all the brands and I have favorites from each brand. Anyway, there's hair. Do you guys have hair on everything? Hair, all my hair gets all over everything. But this is the orange and pomegranate, and it is so good. I'm in my little pink shirt, a little tube top. Tube tops just remind me of summer. But hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is the first reset in this apartment. I cannot believe it. Happy June. We are already halfway through June by the time you're seeing this. It is June 12th when I'm filming this. This should be going up like a day or two later. I need to edit and then upload. Guys, I feel all over the place. I have felt all over the place since moving to Colorado. May was like a blur. The month was crazy, and the beginning of June has been crazy too. Finally getting around to like sitting down and filming this reset. Quick intro, if you're new here, hi, I'm Jill. I'm 23. I just moved to Colorado about like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I am here temporarily. I am here in the summer for work. I work seasonally in hospitality, and I will be moving out of Colorado in October. Just here for the summer, little mountain girl summer. I am originally from New England. I'm from Rhode Island. So, oh, also I just moved from West Palm Beach, Florida. I know a lot of you, most of you are not new here, but if you are new, subscribe, stick around, and you'll be hearing a recap of my May. And May was crazy. This little white area on the screen is here because I will be throwing out all my goals from May to see how we did, and for June. I did post a community poll. If you're new here, definitely, like I said, subscribe, obviously for the video so you know when I post, but also I do post a lot in the community. I do a lot of polls. Community here loves to vote on things. Those are your favorite to like interact with. I don't know, maybe you don't feel like commenting, but like you guys love to tell me what you want from my channel with like the community voting polls. So I did a poll, I'll pop it on the screen here, that's why I keep like doing this and pointing, asking like what you wanted me to include in the next reset video. I wanted to kind of like change it up a little bit. For so long it's been like a reflection of the last month where like we sit and chat about it, as well as what those goals looked like for me, and then the goals for the next coming month, and then like any other thoughts I have. That's pretty much been the setup up until this point. I've been doing resets for about like 5 months now, which is crazy. But I wanted to see if you guys wanted anything different. The line in that lampshade is gonna agitate me so much better. A lot of you guys like my book videos, and I don't do them like often enough, so I think I'm gonna include some book content in the goals, like maybe like a TBR for the month, and also a debt update too. If you're new here, I've been in debt for years now, and I am slowly crawling my way out of debt, and I've been trying to take you guys along the journey. But again, I don't post like financial videos every week or even every month, so I wanted to give like an update through each monthly reset. Those will be added into this specific reset. Tell me guys what you think in the comments. So let's get into it. Also quickly, if you're new, how I plan my goals, I made yearly goals. Obviously we all do that, I feel like, for the year. Those are pretty big and daunting, so what I do is I break them down into quarters. So right now we are in quarter 2. It's actually the end of quarter 2, which is crazy, and it's kind of fucking with my mind a little bit, and it's making me a little overwhelmed, but I get overwhelmed over everything. I also break my goals down into quarters, so I have like quarterly resets throughout the year as well, where I plan those bigger goals and make them smaller to focus over the next 3 months, and I do it in 3-month increments, and then I make those monthly goals to hopefully add up to those quarterly goals. That is how I plan the goals. Just wanted to throw that out there in case you're new here and you don't know what I do. Everybody does it differently. It's also not too late to set goals. If you guys want to set goals halfway through the year, like right now, get out your pen and paper. Think of some things you want to do. It doesn't have to be crazy things. Like you'll see in my goals videos, it's very small goals to help me get to bigger goals, but that's the whole point, is it's not overwhelming and it's not impossible. The thing is, it's like it's impossible. We hit one goal and then we move on to the next bigger goal. That is how I plan the goals. But let's reflect on May. May was nutso. I feel like I filmed the monthly reset, the May monthly reset. I had all these goals for May. Specifically, my financial goals like hit the fan in May because a few days after I posted that video, I quit my job 4 weeks early. I had planned to stay an extra 4 weeks, which would have been 2 paychecks, and something happened at work. I talked about it in my like my announcement to move. I'm not gonna get into it too much here, but I ended up quitting my job kind of like in the middle of us like kind of getting ready to move out here, we really planned to like come out here at the end of May, not the beginning, but life had other plans. I quit my job and then we stayed 1 week in Florida. We did the last bit of exploring in Florida. We went to all of our favorite places. We saw all of our friends. We said goodbye to people, and then we packed up the Florida apartment, which took like only a day or two because we only had a few days to leave. Packed up that completely and we road tripped across the country. We stopped in Nashville. We stayed the night in Nashville, and then we also stopped for a night in Kansas City. We drove across the country for 3 days with everything in the back of my Jeep, some things in Tyron's Mustang, and we packed all our shit up, drove out here, and plopped down right in Parker, Colorado. So we're in Parker, Colorado for the summer. Again, it was not planned at all. It was like a whirlwind. I didn't even think I looked at my goals once in May because of the way everything was like unfolding. Like I quit one job, I had to pack up an apartment. I stayed for like a week in Florida just to finish some like tasks, car stuff off, road trip across the country, unpacked an apartment here, and here we are in the middle of all the moving vlogs. I'm still posting them. Started a new job here, and that is what we've been up to. It's been a lot. May was a lot. It was very exciting. I feel like so many different things were happening with the move and stuff that I like I was doing new things. I was like coming to a new place, like a lot of new things were happening, and it was happening really quick. But this month was a great example for me of like, you can do all the planning in the world, but sometimes life has other plans. Sometimes you have to make decisions that you didn't plan for, that might not be the most comfortable, that you might not love, that might impact you financially, but I will be the first to tell you it will be okay and you will figure it out. We had already planned to come out here, that's true, but we did leave a little early. That might not seem like a big deal to so many people, but like our timeline was off by like a month, and at the moment with my like current goals financially, I was really counting on the money I was getting from my job in Florida because I was making good money there. Yeah, so it was just a lot, and I'm just like, I feel like slowly I'm coming down from this high of like the adjustment period and the moving period, and I finally feel like I'm getting a little bit of footing. I feel a little all over the place still. Like for the first few weeks I was here, like my hair, it's still a mess. Hair was dry, skin was dry, my nose has been dry. I felt like a crusty dusty ugly little girl. We're taking care of ourselves. We are doing things that are good for ourselves now. We are finding the routine. My skin's getting better finally. It was a bit off for a while. Hair is finally getting like some moisture back. It was so dry, my skin. So we're slowly adjusting. So that is where we are at currently. Let's quickly reflect on the May goals. I don't even know what these look like, I'm not gonna lie. I will pop them on the screen here so you can see how we did, what we've done. I don't even know. I don't even, like, I'm a little nervous to look at this. I think I did better than I think I did. I don't know. Let me see. Let me look right now. Health and wellness. Journal 3 times per week. No. Nope. With the move, it was like my day-to-day goals and my financial goals, like health and wellness and financial. I actually think most of my goals like were not hit. Everything was thrown out the window. Did not journal. Run 3 times a week. No, but I did run a little bit. It wasn't like I didn't run at all. I just didn't run the full 3 times a week. I probably averaged like 1 to 2 times a week, more towards like twice a week, because I got here mid-May and I was running at the beginning of the time I was here. You'll see that in the upcoming vlog. I don't want to check that off, but I did a lot better than like you'd expect me to do with what was going on in the month. 3 water bottles a day. Yeah, we did that one. I did do that. I drank a lot of water. I made sure, guys, I had to pee all the time. Water intake has been increased, which is really good. I feel like for a while I was like slacking on the water intake, but very good there. Cook all meals at home. I'm mostly gonna say yes, because even with like the road trip, we didn't stop much along the way. Most of the meals like in Florida, I cooked that last week. Since getting here, we've barely gone out. I think I've gone out once or twice since getting here, and that's it, which is wild. You would think I'd have gone out so much more since like exploring a new place. No, I'm just trying to get into like a solid routine. So we're doing really good there. Read 6 books. I actually think I did do this. Let me count. Yes, okay. So I read I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. That I read an audiobook on the way here. I read Funny Story, 5 stars. 5 plus. My favorite rom-com book I think in a long time. I love that book. I will link all these books below also, because I'm a book girly. Just for the Summer, also love this book. I did rate this 5 stars as well. I loved it. This Summer Will Be Different. I really like this book. I did rate it a 4 star though, because This author specifically, she writes her books in like past and present, and I just don't love that style of writing. It's just not for me personally. That's why I did rate it a 4, but other than that, I really did like it. If He Had Been With Me, I rated it like a 3.7, but I feel like it's pretty low. That was my book club book for June actually, but I read it at the end of May because I was too excited. I'm gonna say a 4 just because I feel bad giving it a 3.7. And then I also read the sequel, or the second book to that, which is If Only I Had Told Her. Wasn't my favorite. It's young adult, very young adult. I liked it for what it was. It was very nostalgic. It reminded me of like when you're younger and like the thoughts you have like as like a teenager. It wasn't like my favorite either. I think that the first and second book could have been combined in a way where it could have been 2 points of view instead of just the 1 point of view in the first book. Other than that, I did like them though. A lot of like rom-com books were the theme of May. I don't know why. I think just like entering summer, it just makes me feel very like refreshed. I don't know. I always do this every summer. I like go crazy with the rom-com. Really enjoy that though. And then practice self-discipline. I feel like I did this as best I could in the circumstances. So I'm gonna give myself that one because I was running, I was cooking at home, I was doing a lot of reading. I wasn't on my phone as much, I feel like. So overall, I think I did pretty good under the circumstances. Remember guys, this is like a weird month, okay? Miscellaneous, book mom's trip down to Florida, no, because again, we ended up leaving very early. We didn't end up booking anything because we like when we were talking about booking it, we were on the road over here. So go to a psychic? No. I wish she could have told me what was about to happen if I had gone to her, but no. Maybe I'll go at some point soon. Travel somewhere new? Yeah, I did that. We went to Nashville. We were in a new city. We road trip through across the country. So I'm gonna say yes. It wasn't like a trip, but like I always said from the jump of setting that goal, it doesn't have to be this crazy expensive, beautiful 5-star trip. It can just be like new things, and I did that. Financial. This is where like things get a little odd for the month because I had planned to save all of my paychecks basically for the road trip and also our trip to Cape Town, and because we left early, I couldn't do either of those things. So I was working off like not much, I'll tell you that. Put all extra savings away for travel. Like I guess I did this, but like I didn't really have anything extra because I quit my job. But what I did put like little bits away and I used it for the travel across the country. So we'll say yes. Add $1,500 to the travel budget. No, I didn't end up doing that. Budget for entire travel. I guess I can say I did that, but like again, because everything was last minute, this coming month I do need to budget for our Cape Town trip. But other than that, like I guess like again, it's weird because the month was very unplanned and like I couldn't predict anything. Do not eat out. I'm gonna say yes. We weren't doing it like every other day, every 3-4 days. Like it wasn't even once a week really. Pay minimums on big card. I did that. I've been paying my minimums and I've been doing good. So that's the financial goals. And then the content goals, post 2 times a week on YouTube. Let me see. I think that would have been 8 or 9 videos I was supposed to be posting in May. Okay, I did 7. Okay, I missed 2. I was supposed to do 9. So I guess I'll say no, but I missed 2. I did pretty good other than that. Buy a new camera, definitely didn't do that at some point, but like I guess right now it's not a priority. I thought I would have extra, okay? Post 5 times on Instagram? Absolutely not. I think I posted once. I don't know. We're gonna get to that goal at some point, guys. Instagram is like never a priority for me. I do my stories almost every day, but not the grid. So those are the goals. Let's move into the June goals. We're gonna run through these 2. I did make these goals at the beginning of the month, so I'm just gonna tell you like what they were from the start. Same categories, health and wellness. Find a gym routine. I did try out some yoga studios when I first got here. Didn't love them, not gonna lie. And if I don't love something, I'm not gonna spend the money on it just because it'll do. No, especially with like me being very particular about my finances right now. I am not spending money unless like it's important to me and I truly enjoy it. I want to find a gym routine. I want to use the apartment gym in our apartment and just like work with what I have. I haven't started that yet this month. Like I said, it is the middle of the month, but I am going to find a routine this coming week. I'll take you guys through that in the vlogs and just like planning out a new routine for myself. Run a 5K race. I'm not gonna tell you guys about what I have or haven't done. I'm just gonna say what I need to do, okay? Go hiking. Really wanna hike some mountains. Journal 3 times a week and read 5 books. So those are the health and wellness goals. Miscellaneous goals, this is like just some random things that I need to like get in order. Travel somewhere new, plan out Cape Town trip, and then plan friend trip. Those are the only like miscellaneous goals I have. I'll say the Cape Town trip is coming in very nicely, as in we've planned and we've booked. I can say that's done. There's a a few more things I actually do need to do for the trip, but like the big stuff, like the flight and the accommodation. Guys, I'm gonna be in South Africa again so soon. I can't wait. You have no idea. You have no idea. Okay, moving on to financial. These are interesting, I'll say, because big goals for June. Apply to and get, I just said MONT job. Usually I don't tell you guys where I'm planning to move or like if I'm moving. There's a certain job that I'm looking at and have been looking at for years, and I want to apply and get it this month, so that will be happening. Book Cape Town trip, we did that. Pay minimums on cards, possibly find a second form of income. This is something that I have been like trying to figure out. The whole goal for a long time has been to get that through YouTube. I've spoken about it a little bit. Guys, I'm very close to getting monetized on YouTube. Some people don't want to hear about that, and I don't blame you, because like you don't want to hear your favorite creator talking about like making money from videos. I don't know, but like it's a goal. I do this so often that I would love to make some like income from it. So I was really hoping that that's like my thing, is getting monetized on YouTube. If not, the other option was to like maybe find another job. But I actually spoke with my managers this month, and I was like, listen, you need to boost these hours for me. You need to boost them up, because I was only working like 35 hours, and just on an hourly, that isn't a lot of money. And they've been boosting. This week I got like 50 hours, so I think my second form of income is now figured out already. But anyway, it's just extra from the one job. Eat at home, that's it. Moving on to content. Post 2 times a week on YouTube. That's been the goal, as you guys know. Let's keep it going. I would want to post like 1 or 2 bonus videos. I'm not sure what that will be. I really would like to just like get some extra content out there, but we'll see. Guys, I'm just trying to hit like the main goals first. Post 5 times on Instagram. I just posted something actually, so go follow me there at Jillian.Daigle. Posted some mountain girl content, and I have a Colorado highlight too since moving here. So there's that goal. And then I would like to make some money from Amazon affiliates. Like I said, I've been trying to come up with some extra income. I'm trying to do both, guys. I'm trying to like work a full-time job. I'm trying to do this too, so if I can like get a little something, that's the goal. Use one of my links in the description, okay? So those are the June goals. I feel like this month is flying by already. It's already halfway through. When you see this, it'll probably be the 13th or 14th, one of the two, possibly. Big goals ahead. Let's see if we hit them. You'll know soon enough, because I'll be filming the August, oh my god, holy fuck, the Q3 reset, the August reset. No, not August, July. Oh my god, we're almost in Q3. I'm not prepared. I am unwell. I have so many goals I need to hit before the end of this month in order to hit my big Q2 goals. So guys, help me out here. Help me out here. Help me hit some of these goals. A lot of them have to do with like YouTube and finances, so help a girl out. Moving to the debt update. I feel like you guys have been following me for a while on this, and I am gonna make more videos like dedicated to it. My debt did go up a little bit with this moving. I feel like, honestly, I wasn't surprised, because like I said, not plan on missing out on 2 paychecks. That was probably like 5 grand that I missed out on. That did make a big difference in my debt journey. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be fully transparent with you. I did rack on like a good $500 with the moving, between like my certain expenses were covered, like gas was covered, hotels were covered. When I got here, I did have to pay for some things. I had to pay like, you know, like just the normal moving things. Like we paid for new nightstands that are behind me. It's stuff that isn't that expensive, but it does like start to add up a little bit, like nightstands, bookcase, big Target runs, big Trader Joe's runs, big Sam's Club run, which you will see in a future video. But all of that adds up. It's all like the initial like moving things that you have to get covered, like when you first get somewhere. I did like rack on some just because of that. I feel like there were other reasons why. I can't think of them right now, if I'm being honest, but there were just some things that, like, you guys know if you've seen my like budget with me video, budget every dollar. So because everything like extra goes towards my debt, anything anything that I have left over, it goes right to that because that is priority. It is very rare that I have extra. In order for me to get out of this like hole, just get out of this lifestyle that I'm in, this moving around so much, this debt needs to be paid off so I can focus on new goals, so I can focus on like putting money towards a house. I want to buy a house. We'll talk about that in the future, but just like all these things that I want to do in the next phase in my life. I'm not saying I can't do it if I have debt, but I just don't want it. That's the thing. I keep saying this, like I am like living in the present moment at the same time as trying to correct mistakes from the past. So it's like when something very big financially happens, like moving, and at the same time you're trying to pay off debt and you had just quit your job, like this is gonna get affected, and it did, and that's okay. At first I was so stressed about it and I like felt bad. I was like, oh my god, everybody's gonna be so disappointed in me. But then I was like, Jill, like I've been doing really good with this, like this payoff. The beginning of the year, I've paid over half my debt off, if not more. So it's just like, it's been a journey. I would like to pay it off now by the end of the summer. That's the updated goal. At first it was the end of June because like I said, I thought I would have more money and all of that money was gonna go toward paying off my debt. And it does make me a little like emotional because I was like, I'm gonna do it in 6 months, and I almost did. But I just have to remind myself that like shit happens. What happened in the past is the past. You just gotta move forward. You just gotta move forward, and like you can't beat yourself up too much, and you have to keep working towards the goals. That is what we're trying to do here. Right now, a lot of my money is focused towards our trip to Cape Town. Some people might be like, why are you traveling if you have all this debt? That should be your priority. This is family, okay? Like we're going to see family, and it's incredibly expensive to travel from the US halfway around the world to South Africa, but it is worth all the pennies and more. But yeah, so that's the debt update. I will do like a dedicated video, I think, to the debt at some point. I know you guys really like it, and I have like a little playlist for my debt journey, so I think I'll talk about that. I would like to make a video dedicated to like kind of like how I'm budgeting while not working for a few weeks, or not getting paid for a few weeks. Yeah, just different things I have in mind. So if you have any specific requests, let me know in the comments, because I know you guys have kind of been like following me along this journey for a while. It's still going, and we're not giving up, and she's still my main priority. That's the update on the debt. I've racked some on, but we're still paying it off very slowly. I've been really focused on paying off the minimums, not big chunks, because up until like this past paycheck, I hadn't gotten any pay for almost an entire month, between like going from one job to another. The journey itself is a bit on a pause, but it's not on a complete stop. We're doing the minimums, and anything I get a little extra I try to put towards it, but like right now the focus is the Cape Town trip, and then after Cape Town it's back to getting all this shit out of here. Let's end with the June TBR. Let me talk to you about what I have, I guess what I have read and what I want to read. I'm trying to figure out what I want to read towards the end of the month. So far I have read As Good as Dead. It's the third book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series. It took me so long to get through this book, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it took me like a month and a half. I, for the life of me, could not get into the first like 30%, but then once I did, I like kept reading, and it was so good. But the first like almost half dragged. I don't know like why. I'm not sure like why I couldn't get into it, but it took me a while, but I'm officially finished with the series. Currently, I'm reading The Nightingale, and I love it so far. It's so fun reading about like the war time period, and like the girls like just going through their days and like just trying to like survive this war. I don't even know what it's about fully, like the whole point of the book, but I like for certain books, like I purposely like go into blind. If I've heard about them for so long, I like don't want to know, and I want to be like pleasantly surprised, because I don't want the book to be ruined if I like know too much ahead of time. I really want to read The New Rules by Margarita Nazarenko. She's one of my favorite podcasters. If you want to be like that girl, that bitch, she has helped a lot with like my like just like certain like confidence things, how to be and how to show up as yourself and for yourself in this world as a woman. And she just came out with a book, and it just like went on sale in the US. And then so that's 3 books, 2 more books. I'm trying to think. I think at the end of the month, I think I'm just gonna read more rom-com quick books. Again, it's June. I love the rom-coms. If not, maybe a little like shorter fantasy series. I think that's my plan. So that is the TBR for June. I think that's it for this video, guys. Welcome to Colorado. This is the first sit down we're filming here. I cannot wait to take you through the rest of the moving vlog, to like just get into this mountain girl summer, to just experience something new. Really hope you guys enjoyed this June reset. Thanks for being here, guys. Welcome to Colorado. Definitely subscribe if you're new. Comment below a pink emojis. It's my color today, so comment some pink emojis below, and I will see you guys in the next, well, video. I was gonna say reset, but the next video. Love you. Bye.